Hello all, welcome back to the free Java course. In this session, we will see that how we can manage multiple objects of same type. Okay, so let's get into it. So in this session, we will see how we will be able to manage multiple students in a college by declaring the students as array in a college class. Okay, so when it comes to Java, we will have an index to refer to a particular object in an array. Okay, and the index starts from 0. So what it means is, if I want to refer to the first student in the array of students, that will be my index 0. If I want to refer to the second student in my array, it will be index will be 1, but the student is 2. Similarly, we can access the third student by giving the index as 2. Okay, now we will jump into Eclipse and see how we can write the code, what is the syntax, and how we can use all those things. Okay, so this is our college class where we have declared maybe one student and one staff member. Now in this session we will see how we can declare or use multiple students as an array. Okay, the first thing is the syntax. So how do you represent that a particular object is an array of same type? Okay, you need to give square brackets. So this is how you can represent a particular object as an array, which means it can hold more than one student object here. Okay, so we will see how we can initialize the number of students, and then how do we create objects for all of these things, and then assign values to each of these students. So once we changed a normal object to an array of objects, you will see that there will be some compilation errors. For now we will get rid of this, and I'm also changing the variable name to students. Okay, now we have declared that students is an array of objects of type student. Now we have to first create an object, right? But there is a certain way you have to create that in Java, right? If you are talking about a normal creation of object, you would call any constructor with saying new of the class name, right? So here we will have something different. So this is the syntax that you have to use. So when you are working with arrays, you should know like how many number of students you want to store or manage. So for now I am going with a static number, like constant number like 10. But later what we can do is we can get some input from somewhere that how many students do we want to manage, and then give it as a variable here. I will show you that also. For example, if int so you can do in this fashion also. So when you are working with arrays, we have to first tell the Java runtime that how many objects you want to manage. So for example, if I want to manage 10 students, I will give this particular syntax where I am saying that college.students is equal to new student of number of students. Now what did I do here? Instead of giving the number directly 10, I have chosen to give a variable. So this way what happens is, if I want to change the number of students in runtime, I will be able to do. But if you hard code the number, you will not be able to change the number of students that you want to create. So what is the meaning of this particular statement here? It is saying that to Java, I want to store 10 student objects in an array. So now for each individual student, we will create an object, and then we will assign values to the data members and see how we can access the objects. So do not get confused here as why we are creating objects two times. Okay, the first one is about creating an object of array, not the student. It is only saying that you have to create an array, and then which is of type student. But now with respect to each student, you have to again create the object and then access that particular object. Otherwise you will get null pointer exceptions. And this is the syntax how you will access a particular nth object in your array. Now when I say 0, it means the first object in the student array. So here we created one object and then we have assigned some values. Now we will create another object. So if I want to access the second object, I have to refer to index as 1. Now we will display the values so that we know if everything is working fine or not. Now let us run the program and see. Okay. So if you see here, it has printed the values for each student. So this was the first student where we said the name was Nandan, and the second student where the name was Gauri. Okay. So this is how you can store multiple objects of same class in form of an array. Now we can also do the same for staff. Now I converted the staff to an array of staff members. So similar to how we did for students, you need to first create how many number of staff members that you want to manage. So what happened here? We have said that to the Java run environment that I want to store 10 number of staff members in form of a array. So that is why we have given this. Now in order to access each individual object in the array, you have to use the index again, the 0 or 1, right? 0 is for the first one, 1 is for the second staff member, and so on. But again, you have to create an object for each individual staff member, and then only you will be able to access. So let me show you some code here where I will not create the object for the staff, and then I'll try to access. We will see if it is throwing any error or not. Okay, I have assigned some values and then I am trying to print what is the value. Let's see what will happen. So if you see here, it is saying there is a null pointer exception. At what line? Line number 33. So you can click on that line and it will highlight. So it is saying that it is unable to access the staff. So how do you fix this? You have to first create an object for the staff member. We will execute again and see if it is working fine or not. So if you see here, it has printed both student details and staff members properly. Okay. So this is the basics of array. One should be knowing how you have to deal with arrays. So similarly, we have here string array, right? Which means this variable rs can store multiple number of string objects. It is not saying how many here, but it is just declaring that it is a type of array of data type string. Okay. I am hoping that you have got a good or fair understanding of how an array works. I am hoping that you are able to learn Java step by step, and I think I am trying to give some valuable content here, and if you like it, I would request you to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so that you will not miss any future videos. Thank you.